gloves. It is so bright outside. I'm like already squinting. Today we are doing the highly anticipated yearly favorites, and this year I thought I would just talk you through each item from primer all the way to lipstick, all the way to setting spray, and just talk about which products are my favorite for the year, why, honorable mentions, and all of that kind of thing. I'm so curious, like if you are watching this and you enjoy commenting on my videos, first of all, thank you so much, it really helps me out. Second of all, pause the video, comment down below something that you think is going to be on this list, and you won't necessarily be wrong because there are definitely a lot more products than what I'm showing you today that I have absolutely loved this year. I've just kind of added things in this video that have been consistent and are kind of like holy grails and things I could not live without. So I'm so excited. Most of them have been consistent favorites for a long time. A few of them are a little bit newer, so let's jump in. First of all, we have primer, and this one was actually really hard for me to choose. I have a couple of honorable mentions here today. You guys know for me, I prefer like a really hydrating kind of primer because I can get like a little bit dull. I like to have my skin really glow and be bright and hydrated before makeup. So a couple of honorable mentions were the Hangover by Too Faced. Needless to say, I'm pretty sure this was in last year's yearly favorites probably. Honestly, I struggle to remember what happened to me last week, let alone a year ago. This year did fly by though, but anyway. And also the Ole Henriksen Banana Bright Face Primer. I love this so freaking much. It's definitely a favorite. One that I'm picking to use today. I'm so sorry once again if I'm squinting right now. I can tell I am. It's like blinding. This is the Origins Original Skin Pore Perfecting Cooling Primer with Willow Herb, and if you're interested in trying it, please search reviews first because some people hate this, but I am obsessed with it. My friend Michaela is obsessed with it too. We both love this. The reason I picked that for today's, you know, video is just because it's something that's just been consistent. You spray it out like that, it's like a mousse. And like I said, I like something hydrating, and for some reason this kind of perfects my pores, makes my pores look smaller, all the while my skin feels soft and looks glowy when I use it. It's just kind of like the best of everything, you know? It's definitely a massive favorite. Some people said it dried their skin out. I don't have that experience, but you know, just look up reviews first. I think this is such a good product and I really love using it, and I love how it's like a moussey texture and it feels so nice and cooling on your skin when you apply it. It's so refreshing and it really just helps to like wake you up, especially if you're doing your makeup really early in the morning. So yeah, that is a definite favorite of mine. It just makes my skin look so soft and just like glowy and perfect. Just the perfect base before makeup. In the down bar, I'm going to link all of the products I'm actually putting on my face. But yeah, definitely Google all of the other honorable mentions I'm mentioning today because you guys know me, I love so many different products. So these are just a few. If you watch my tutorials regularly, you see a lot of things that I love. But yeah, these are all products that I think are worth a purchase. Put that Christmas money to good use. Alright, next up we have foundation. No, let's do concealer first because I'm going to carve out my eyebrows. So I've got two different concealers I could not choose. Soft Matte Concealer by NARS. I love this so much. I use the shades Vanilla under my eyes and Custard, I think it is, on my face. I am just so obsessed with this. I've been obsessed with this ever since I first tried it. Like, it's so good. Most concealers that come in a little pot like this, when they have such good coverage like this is, they usually dry out your skin and look really cakey and crusty, and this does not. I'm probably going to save this one for under my eyes, so we'll show you that after. But the other favorite I have is the Too Faced Multi-Use Sculpting Concealer. Born This Way, and I always laugh because the first time I used this, I remember I used it in like a first impression. This is one thing I do remember, and I was just like, whatever. Like, this is definitely the kind of product that just grew on me over time, and don't know what it is. It just looks smooth, silky, it's good coverage, it doesn't look cakey, it doesn't change color. Like, it just looks really nice and wears really nicely. Sometimes concealers crease and they change colors and they go dry and crumbly and yucky. This one like just always works well for me personally. You get so much, like I've got so much left in this and I use it all the time. I've got 3 different colors. So when I'm super pale, I use Swan, or if I want like a really bright under eye, I use Swan. The one I use the most is Almond. I usually use that around my eye area. And then the other one I have here is Natural Beige, which sometimes I'll like apply if I want some extra coverage just over my cheeks. Honestly, like look how good my skin looks. I'm shook. Anyway, so today I'm going to use the shade that I use the most often, which is Almond, and it's just on a doe foot applicator. I'm just going to apply some around my eyebrow. I always like kind of like just wipe off the excess on my face until I am confident there's not going to be a big glob, and then just go around the outside of my brows. This one's nice and easy to blend as well, and it looks so nice under the eyes. It doesn't like show pores and stuff super, you know, obviously. Like it kind of just like disguises texture, which I really like because I get some like texture down here. And you know, it's just really nice. It just settles into the skin really nice, and it just starts to dry down. It almost has like a kind of satin matte finish. Like it's not glowy, it's kind of like a soft matte, you know, and it's just so even. I don't know what it is about it. It's just a really good staple concealer, like something that for some reason I reach for all the time just without thinking. Just so you can see like the coverage, you can see I've got a lot of veins on my eyelids. If I just apply whatever is left on my brush, which is a very small amount of product, it's a real decent coverage too, but it's still like quite sheer. It's not so thick and heavy, if you know what I mean. I'm just gonna flick my brush around and just blend it out. You can definitely see a little bit still under there, but that's just one thin layer. Like I reckon it's pretty good coverage. So for foundations, clearly we're gonna mention the NARS Natural Radiant Longwear Foundation. I use like 4 different shades. I've got it in so many shades because it's my holy grail foundation, and I just want a like perfect shade no matter what color I am, because obviously like sometimes I'm more tan, sometimes I'm not, sometimes I've got heaps of fake tan on, sometimes I don't. Like it fades and I just need a lot of options, okay? I mix them together, use them separately. Like, anyway, the ones I use the most though are Punjab. That's like my standard fake tan shade. And then the other one I use a lot is Deauville, which is this one here. It's kind of like my more paler shade. I do have another one that's even paler, but this is like my standard like palish color. So I'm going to be using this today, but I just want to show you my other 2 mentions as well, because this is like an equal favorite. Like this product is so amazing. This is the Your Skin But Better by IT Cosmetics CC Cream, color correcting full coverage. It's got hydrating serum and anti-aging properties. It's SPF. I use this all the time over summer if I'm traveling anywhere hot, or just day to day, because even in winter you need SPF too. But like it's just such a good go-to. I just apply it the same way I use my NARS foundation, just on my face with a sponge. It is so good and it's so beautiful. I love the finish, and this particular formula is my favorite. I've also tried the illuminating one. I don't like it as much. This is my favorite. So if you're looking for a really good like full coverage like SPF kind of day-to-day foundation, like this is amazing. And it doesn't look heavy in full coverage. Like it looks full coverage, but it's not cakey. It's just like beautiful. I've used it heaps on my channel. If you search it, if you just search like IT Cosmetics CC Cream Shaaanxo into Google, it should pop up with some video. And then the other one I've also used a million times in videos. This is definitely a yearly favorite. This is Embrace Mineral Powder Foundation by Fit Cover Australia. And it's so random. Like I tried this for the first time because of a Facebook ad. They were like going on about it's like sweat proof and wear it at the gym, and I was like, pfft. And so I tried it in a video. And yeah, you can find that video on my channel. I wasn't actually that impressed at first until I used it with a different brush, like a kabuki brush by XoBeauty. Holy crap, it's like full coverage. The finish is like beautiful and glowy. I love this so much. I wear it to like music festivals and stuff like that when I want something that will last through like humidity, sweat, dancing, all of it. So that is amazing as well. You can find heaps of tutorials using both of those products. Once again, just search it with Shaaanxo and it should come up in Google or on YouTube. So today we're going to use my like all-time favorite. Like if I could only pick one foundation, it would probably be this. And I always laugh because my old holy like couldn't live without foundation was NARS Sheer Glow, and then this took over. So obviously I have a thing for NARS like foundations and concealers. Bump it straight on my face, which people hate, but that's genuinely how I do it. I'm going to do one of each of these colors because I'm kind of like in between fake tan right now, and I'm just going to use my Flawless Finish sponge, which is definitely a yearly favorite too. I have just been addicted to using this for my foundation. I went through a brush phase. I'm trying to like get out so much information right now because I'm like really hyped up and overexcited about all these products, so excuse me if I get tongue-tied. But yeah, like for a while I was like brush, which I still love my foundation brushes, but like now again I'm just like obsessed with sponges. Like they're just so, oh, it just makes my skin look so fresh. Like no matter what I'm using with the sponge, it's just pretty. Like the finish is always pretty. Like look how beautiful that like coverage, finish, like everything about this foundation I'm obsessed with. The color matches me so well. I'm just a huge fan. So I use about like 4 pumps all over. The pumps are tiny. I did a first impression ages ago on this foundation. If you just feel like watching it, feel free. It's a bit of a throwback. Like when did I try this for the first time? I don't even know. But like ever since I tried it, I've been obsessed with it. I feel like it's probably been like more than a year. Like was this in my last year's favorites? Probably. The only foundation that's come close to impressing me as much as this foundation recently was probably the Anastasia Beverly Hills foundation I tried not long ago. I did a first impression on it. That's probably like a similar kind of foundation to this one, but I don't know, I still like this one more. Alright, and then for the other concealer, even though like, you know, that did a pretty good job at hiding my bags anyway, that foundation. I literally, like, the reason this is like a perfect little like curve in there is because I literally just take my sponge and do a little swirl. It looks like that. Sorry, my sponge is like filthy right now, whoops. Usually I clean it like before I use it every single time, but today I don't know where my soap is. Hamish has moved it. And I even put it in my waterline, which sounds weird, but I just like look up and just like tap it on my waterline until it's covered. Can you see the difference like between my two eyes? Oh, it's very bright outside. Comment down below as well if you like to comment once again. Let me know if any of you guys have purchased any of these products like already because of my recommendation, and tell me if you love them or hate them. Sorry if you hate it, but awkward. Alright, my next favorite, for some reason you can only like get it in America. It's so annoying. So like when I order online on Ulta and get it shipped to New Zealand, I have to use a shipping service. I always stock up, and I need to remember to just stock up in person next time I'm in LA or something. But this is the Bare Minerals Summer Bisque. I love this under the eyes. I'm pretty sure I would have mentioned this last year too. The good thing is this little pot lasts me like an entire year, if not more. Like I never have to repurchase it. So I like to just take like a brush like this or a small face brush. This is a shimmer tulip brush. I dip into the product like that and then literally like tap off most of it, so you're left with like just that amount, and then I look up and I just lightly tap it all over to try to distribute the powder evenly, and then I take like that amount one more time and then I kind of like buff it. And I don't know why, but when you buff it, it gives you like this really nice like kind of shiny finish almost, which looks super flattering just under the eye. And it just helps to get the powder into like any crevices so that it helps to prevent creasing and stuff like that. It's just my favorite under eye setting powder. I've actually found a lot of others this year that I really liked. The Nikia Joy one, the Nabla setting powder, the Milani loose powder, the KKW Beauty under eye brightener. All those products are actually really good. So I definitely recommend all of them too. But this one, like, it's just my ride or die. I love the colour. I use Well Rested if I'm a little bit more pale as well. It's got an even more bright effect. Oh, also, just because I'm listening to Spotify in the background, I'll link below my top listened to in 2019 song playlist that Spotify made me, in case you're curious to see like which songs I've non-stop been listening to this year. So now that that is all on, I'm going to set the rest of my face. This is another product that I've raved about for years. Like, it's no like surprise, to be honest. Very boring, but MAC Studio Fix powder. I'm not going to yarn on about it because you already know, like, you already know about it. So I'm just going to use my little kabuki brush. Usually I use a powder brush, but I'm using this right here and it's like the same thing anyway. Just tap it all over. And this gives you quite a matte finish because powder is very matte. So just to soak up any excess powders on my face, I'm going to use my favorite of the year, the Glamglow Glow Setter Spray. Now mine's almost empty, but I do have a backup from my COSMETIPS box, which is that thing behind me. If you don't know about it, I'll link it down below. So that's a fave too. Duh, got like heaps of my favorites in it. Today I'm not really talking about like skincare favorites or hair or anything else. If you are curious, like, I wasn't going to do one, but if you guys really want to see it, please let me know and I'll film something else for you with like my miscellaneous kind of favorites and just random stuff. The finest mist in the whole world, I swear, and it gives you the most beautiful glow to your skin. It just gives me back that finish I love. I love a healthy glowy finish. It smells so yum. The mist is just like unreal fine. Like, now that it's getting low, like, it's a little bit less, like, sometimes I get the odd bubble, but it's because it's like almost empty, and this stuff lasts forever. And I literally use like 10 sprays every single time and it still lasts forever. It's such good value for money. Like, it's high end, but it's worth it. So I definitely recommend that. Next up, I'm just going to do my brows quickly, and this is boring as well, so I won't yarn on about this either, but this is what I've chosen. I've actually tried a lot of new favorites this year, and more recently like my Nabla brow products, but this is just my ride or die duo. Like, if I'm traveling, it's what I definitely will take. And I also wanted to mention the Browsings by Benefit, but they've discontinued that and they're bringing out a new brow palette, I think. So I'll show you guys that at some stage. I'm kind of sad about it. This is the Browsings. Like, you guys already would have seen me talk about this a million times in my videos. I love this. So that's sad. Well, I'm pretty sure, anyway, whatever. You can try searching online, but I'm pretty sure, yeah, they've like anyway. So I'm going to take a angled brow brush, my favorite brow brush in the whole world. It's actually called the Eyebrow Groomer brush by XoBeauty, and this stuff lasts forever. I'm obsessed with it. I use shade 3 and it's just a brow pomade, but what I love about this one in particular, because there are so many on the market, this one in particular, you can like build it up. So one layer I can like smack it on in a hurry and it doesn't look like I've got like Sharpie eyebrows, do you know what I mean? Like sometimes with some other primers, I mean not primers, pomades, if I like put them on too quick, my eyebrows look very harsh, very unnatural and very like gross, whereas this one I can rush and it looks so nice still. Or I can add another layer if I'm going for a more like dramatic eyebrow, and it gives like, I don't know, like a layered effect. Like it can be customized, you know, like the finish can be customized to how dramatic you want your eyebrows to look. So just doing like a lighter layer on the inner part to try and like fade them a little bit through the middle there. I just love it. I can get a nice sharp line, lasts all day, the color is perfect. And you can actually use the little brush. I actually did this in a video. I like used the brush it comes with. You just flip it inside out like that, and then you can like fill in your eyebrows. And like so many people DM'd me and they were like, I had no idea that was like a brush, and I had to go into my makeup and like try it for myself. They were like mind blown. They're like, I didn't know it came off. So I thought that was like literally hilarious. So there you go. You learn something new every day. I like just assumed everyone knew that. Like the little brush that comes with it is actually good too. It's just very tiny. So like I prefer this one. It's still small, so you can still like get a good controlled application, but it's a little bit faster as well than using this one. But yeah, it's actually like, you know, usually how products that come with brushes are like trash. It's actually good. And I've had the same pot for like 2 years, I reckon, and it's still going strong. I just always make sure I've got my lid on well. I've never used anything in it. I've never used any like drops, or I've never done anything. Like it's just good. This is still just like my go-to. It's small, it's easy to travel with. I love the applicator. It's got fibers, so it fills in gaps. Like if I'm not wearing any like brow product, but I just want to add like a little bit of coverage, it still fills in like sparse areas of my eyebrows. But when I layer it on top of the pomade, it just helps to brush all of the hairs in place, define the hairs a little bit more, and just like hold them there all day. So my favorite contours, I have two. Makeup Revolution has always been a staple, and it's so cheap. This is in the C102 Light, and also more recently, well, for most of the year I would say, I think I got this when I went to Thailand, like in the first half of the year maybe. And this is the Hamptons Weekender Contour Palette by Tarte, and I love, love, love this. The contour color is perfect for my skin tone. The blush is gorgeous, and the highlighter I use heaps. It's so nice. It's definitely one of my like more worn ones of the year. So I'm going to use this to contour today, and I'm just going to use a little bronzer brush. I just take the edge of the brush and just kind of pop that under my cheekbones, and it blends out so nice. And yeah, I just love it. It's so compact too. It's easy to travel with, and you get like a pretty decent sized mirror that you can like use to do your makeup. It's actually big enough, but look how tiny this is. Like it's so mobile. I just think the color is like perfect for me. A newer favorite, of course, is Gotham by NARS, but I just felt like, oh, I love that brand so much. I feel like if I started talking about that, there's so many other products that I would have to mention too from NARS, and I didn't want this to be a NARS video because I literally tried that brand for the first time like a month ago or something. Like I need to calm down. This is like stuff that I've actually been loving for a long time. For bronzer, I'm sorry, I like had to show it just once real quick. I won't use it today, but Saint Tropez, I think it's Saint Tropez. This one right here, this bronzer is amazing. I've been using it recently in tutorials. It's so pretty. There's something about the tone of it, the undertone, everything about it is literally amazing. And I love all of the products in this little Z palette I've got. The blushes, the contour, which is this one right here, which I use quite often. That's Gotham that I just mentioned. But the one that I'm showing you today is part of this palette, and I don't even think you can really get this palette anymore. I'm still gonna talk about it because this has been a gigantic favorite. Okay, like this has just been my go-to. I even travel with it even though it's like pretty big. That's how much I love it. Hoola, like that's always been one of my favorites. Hoola Caramel is the one I want to talk about today, and I can still talk about it because you can buy it separately as well. So this is what it looks like separately. I've barely used mine because I just always use this big palette of mine, but obviously I still want that because it's just a holy grail. I'm going to use that today, and what I love about it is it's quite dark, which obviously like I'm pale-ish, but for some reason like it just works. I love it on the eyes as well. It's such a pretty eyeshadow, and it's just got this like amazing caramel like orangey undertone, which isn't for everyone. Like it's not gonna be everyone's cup of tea. You might like Hoola more because it's a little bit more like neutral, but this one here, I love the orange like burnt kind of tone of it. Like it looks like I've just been in the sun. I just am obsessed. And then you also get this cookie color, which I'm obsessed with for highlighting. That has been a favorite this year as well. I've used that a butt ton. You get Coralista blush, Gold Rush blush. I've used both of them to hell and back. Like, I've been really getting back into the blushes this year, but I don't really have like a specific blush that I have to show you today because I've just been using so many different brands. These ones, I've been using Colourpop, I've been using Kylie Cosmetics, I've been using Tarte. Like, there are so many blushes I like, so I didn't really pick just one. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm always using different ones. So yeah, I've been back into blush, but there's none in particular. But I probably would say these have been a couple of my most used because they're in this palette and I take this palette everywhere with me. It's literally traveled the world with me, this palette. So I'm going to take the same brush and I'm going to dip into Hoola Caramel. Sometimes I dip into both of the bronzers, but Hoola Caramel is so beautiful and dark. And like, first of all, you put it on, you're like, oh shit. But just wait till I actually blend it out. I kind of like to like place it down. And like I say, like if you watch my videos on the regular, you already know about this bronzer because I've talked about it so much and used it so many times. So just placing it on, and then I'm going to go in circular motions and just go all around like my temples, forehead, nose. I like to bring it over my cheeks. Honestly, I wish they would do another version with a little bit of like a golden sheen to it. Not like a glitter, just a tiny little shimmer just to give a really satin finish. Like, I would die. And because it honestly has been one of my most used palettes for my eyes, I'm just going to pop some of this also on my eyelids. I'm just using a crease blender brush, and literally this is like my go-to kind of like if I don't have anything else on me. But these days, like, I've been using my Heaps of Sweets palette like every day of my real life. That's what I go for. But before that was launched, this was definitely like something I would do a lot. This isn't going to be the complete look. I'm going to add some stuff from my Heaps of Sweets palette too, and one more eyeshadow palette that I was just blown away by this year. So for blush, I might as well just go in with these ones. I'm using the same brush again because you guys know I like to just like use the same bronzer and blush brush just to like melt the products together. So I'm just mixing both of them. They're really pretty. And then I'll highlight shortly because I'm really excited about that too. Let's just focus on the eyes a little more. So obviously this blending's looking shocking right now. Heaps of Sweets palette, like, sorry, shameless self-promotion. Actually, I'm a little bit ashamed because I just always feel bad when I'm like hyping myself like this, even though like it makes no sense because obviously it's gonna be my favorite because it's mine. I'm so proud of this. I'm obsessed with it. While you're watching this, it's almost sold out, but we are working on restocking. This is my favorite thing ever. So I'm gonna go in with the shade Macaron. I love this shade. It's just my go-to like every day. I'm just going to blend out the crease with this. And then I'm going to use a little bit of the shade Caramel, which is this one right here. It's so pretty, just because I feel like it. I'm going to add that into the crease and outer corner. Thank you to everyone who supported me with this palette. I'm so happy you guys love it. Like, the reviews have just been ridiculously good. Like, on our website, we've got all the reviews on there. There's, of course, like a couple ones that people didn't like it so much, but that's like any product. The fact that so many people took the time to like go on there and leave reviews, it's crazy to me. And the fact that most of them are like real amazing reviews as well, I was just like blown away by your support, so thank you so much. All right, and then for eyeliner, I have a couple that really stood out, and no, it's not the Tom Ford. That one I love, but to be honest, it's so pricey, and I definitely think these two, while they're still high end, they're like definitely worth the money. So the first one is Roller Liner by Benefit. I love the brown. It's the best brown liquid eyeliner I've ever used, and the applicator is so good. It looks like this. It's like super flexible felt tip. It's so easy to use. I love the color. I'll probably actually use that today just instead of black. But the black roller liner is so good too, but also the Man Eater by Tarte has been a huge favorite. Very similar kind of tip, and it's just always just worked well for me. Like, it's a staple. So I'm just going to wing this out, and I'm going to do like a kind of thick look. Like, isn't it just the most perfect dark brown? It's so pretty. So if you're looking for something, like if you love eyeliner and you're just looking for something a little bit less harsh for day to day, like this is it. Honestly, I was so shocked when I first tried this. I made all my friends get it too, because I was just like, guys, it's so pretty. For mascara, like another, oh my god, I forgot to show you guys my favorite bases. Okay, wait on. Eye primers, obviously the P. Louise base in Room 01. I use it in like every video. And before that is definitely Natasha Denona, the eyeshadow base. I'm obsessed with this. I was probably going to use this one though, because this is like my new favorite. I feel like it's better value for money. You get way more product. Natasha Denona is very expensive, but this is so good too. But yeah, if you're looking for a new eye primer, then those are my faves. And I forgot to show you the other palette. Oh my god, what is wrong with my brain today? This is the other eyeshadow palette that blew me away and I wasn't expecting it, I guess. So this is the Me, Myself and Mitchell by Beauty Bay collab. Now, you guys know I've tried Beauty Bay palettes in the past and I was just like, I don't like it. This, I love. And I've used it surprisingly so often, like ever since getting it. So it comes with a little mirror in the middle you can take out. And then these are all the colors. And I just love how, like, if I'm ever looking for a color, it's got it. If I'm ever looking for a certain, like, I don't know, like neutral or whatever, there's like a nice transition, there's a light one, like there's warmer tones, there's just so many different tones in here you can use, and I've literally worn this in probably like 5 or 6 different videos now. The colors are so fun and I just feel like it's such a staple and I just reach for it a lot, so I had to mention it. I also of course have been loving a lot of my other palettes this year, like Tati one recently has been a massive favorite, Natasha Denona always, you know, we don't have a shortage of eyeshadow palettes, but this one and my Heaps of Sweets are definitely like staples in my collection, and between the two of these I can do color, I can do neutral, I can do whatever. Now, like I was saying, mascara, another hard one. I just sat there and I thought, okay, if I'm just sitting here doing my makeup, I'm not filming or anything, like what do I grab? Came down to 3, which is very excessive. We've got the Remarkable by Marc Jacobs, and I will show you the wand of each one. It's a very thick consistency. It reminds me of Better Than Sex, which is also here. It's like one of those like creamy, thick consistencies. It gives me a lot of volume. Then we have the Better Than Sex, like I said. It's always been a favorite. The brush is similar-ish, a little bit more bitsy, so you can really separate your lashes. It gives a lot of volume. And then the third one, which I'm probably going to wear today, is Roller Lash by Benefit. I've chosen this one as my all-time because I've gone through like 2 or 3 of these this year, which for me, having tons of mascara is like a big deal. The one's a little bit more curved and it gives a lot more separation, but it's so black. The formula is still quite like thick and like gooey, so it really like thickens up and like makes your lashes look super dark. I'm gonna do one eye just so you can see the difference. But what I really love about the wand is I do this weird thing where I kind of like blink into it and really like scrape the wand against my lash line to really get the product in the root of my lashes and lift my lashes. And this wand makes it so easy and it's like not as messy. Sometimes my other mascaras get everywhere, like this one still does because I'm a really messy person anyway. It's just nice and easy to get into those small, hard to reach areas of the eye. Like if I just do one quick layer, you can see the difference. It's just foolproof. It's definitely my favorite Benefit mascara that they've ever done. I've tried like all of them. Favorite lashes in general are just XoBeauty. All XoBeauty. Like it's my own brand. Once again, I love them all. Like they're what I use all the time. And I made an effort this year to experiment with different brands and everything. I love Nikia Joy's lashes. I love Lily lashes heaps. I love Huda Beauty lashes. Like there's heaps I love, but 99.9% of the time I'm wearing XoBeauty. And I don't even have like favorite styles. I'd say if I had to choose one, it'd probably be Fantasy Foam Ink. I don't even have any of them on me because I go through them and I just thrash them and I like force myself to use something different. Today I'm going to use one of my favorite like shorter pairs of lashes. These are called the ENQUIRIES and they are the perfect like mid-length. So if you have hooded eyelids and you want something long, perfect. If you have eyes like me, it's more of like a medium effect because I have like more lid space, and they're just the perfect everyday lash. Like I've got some friends that are just like, if you ever discontinue these, I will stop being friends with you because they wear them like every single day. It's the perfect like everyday lash. And I haven't worn these ones in ages, so I'm gonna wear them today. Why not? I'm gonna pop on one so you can see the difference. While I'm applying this, I should mention I could never ever live without this eyelash applicator tweezer. This is by XoBeauty and it's just a curved tweezer. I used to use normal tweezers and stab myself like all the time. I'd use my fingers and just like, you know, I'm pretty good at putting on lashes, but it would still just take way longer than what this takes. It's got a curved edge so you can really get in there and push it in and not be afraid of stabbing yourself, which is very nice. You can take your time to put them into place. And then my favorite thing about these, I used to use an eyelash curler and all the time the eyelash curler would just like bend my false lashes and ruin them or like yank them off. With these, like you can see there's that shape. You literally just line it up with your eye and squeeze as if it's like a eyelash curler, and it pushes the lashes as close as they can to your lash line and makes them like flawless. This I'm pretty sure has like pure 5-star reviews on XoBeautyShop.com. Like people are obsessed, so definitely check it out if you're struggling with falsies like these. I'm sorry, but I can't even describe it. They're so good. The glue is not drying and that in a corner is misbehaving. It literally, you can just like pinch it in there just like that. I love every single style though, so if you're looking to buy some XoBeauty lashes and you don't know what kind of like, you know, style you should pick, comment down below and let me know what look you're going for, or like if you have certain concerns with your eye shape, let me know and I'll see if I can help. Or you can email us xobeautyshop.com through the website and someone can help you choose what you are looking for as well. Take it on my tweezer, line it up, tilt my head back, pop it on, just line it up with the outer corner of my eye, pinch it, drag it a little bit if I have to, pinch it, push it down, and just kind of let it dry for a little wee bit before we pinch them together. Because if you just let it dry for a little bit longer, I like to use the back of the tweezer too, just like, you know, fiddle with it. If you try to move it straight away, the glue is like slippery, so just leave it sitting for a little bit and it will get stickier and stickier as it dries. So let me do my highlighter. So for the highlighter, I actually picked a palette and it's so cheap. So everyone click that link down below, pick it up before it's gone. Pretty sure you can still get it. It's the Soph Revolution highlighter palette. I was just blown away by this. I've used it a jillion times in my videos. I love the colors, I love the selection. Today I'm going to mix together these two and I'm using a detail face brush, which is another favorite of the year, honestly. Like this is my holy grail highlighter brush. Look, you know, I didn't really like blinding highlighters. I had a phase where I was just like, absolutely not. But these ones, like for some reason, just look so good. It really changed my mind. So I like to hit the high points of my face, including above my eyebrows, just to add a little bit extra glow and set it in. For lips, I'm going to show you one of my favorite lip combos. Recently I showed you Summit with Kelly. Once again, these XoBeauty. You know, most of the time I've been using XoBeauty, I really cut down my lipstick collection this year. You guys saw my declutters. I really cleared them out, like went from like hundreds and hundreds to much less every single day. If I'm wearing lipstick in real life, I'd say over 99% of the time, whatever that may mean, it's XoBeauty. I created the colors that are my perfect colors. Two of my favorite lip pencils this year, 100% Kelly, which is a bit darker. I will swatch it on my hand for you. It looks like this. And the other color which I'll wear today is Mari, which is a little bit of a softer like nude. And sometimes I wear it alone too. The only other lip pencils I think I've used all year pretty much, I'm pretty sure have been like Jouer, which are also really nice. So that's what like just a light layer of Mari looks like alone. Look how perfect that looks. Like with this makeup look, it's the perfect nude just for whatever. I use it with like any nude lipsticks, even if I am using like a different one for a video or something, like a different lipstick, a different brand, I'll still use Mari most of the time underneath it just because it's like so pretty. Definitely like lip color of the year, my favorite, Summit by XoBeauty. This is a matte liquid lipstick, so it dries completely transfer proof and it is so comfortable. Perfect nude. It's like the perfect undertone where it's got that touch of pink but it's still quite neutral, so you can wear it with warm or cool eye makeup. It just goes with everything. Alright guys, and for the final favorite, these are slightly newer favorites for the last few months. This is the Lip Maquillage Kali Bible collection, the lip glosses. I just love them. Like these kind of changed my mind about shimmery like lip glosses, I guess. But even then, like it's just the formula of these, they're so like lightweight and they don't spread and goo and clump and feel sticky and icky and gooey and gross. Stay where you put it and they just look so pretty. They're kind of like a little lip like highlighter almost. That's what I would kind of call it. They're called the Lip Glaze. I've got Starchild and Twilight. I'm going to swatch them. So Twilight looks like this. It's got like little pink shimmers. Starchild's a little bit more like nude, so I use Starchild today. I probably use the pink one slightly more, but how gorgeous are they? And what I like to do with these, I've used them in a few tutorials. You guys always love them. I like to just go kind of like on my Cupid's bow and like dab it, apply a little bit more. Like sorry, but like these lip combinations, I'm obsessed. This lash glue really needs to hurry up and dry, like it's taking forever. So do one more coat of mascara just for a little bit more drama. My eyeliner is not the tidiest today, so that's a little bit of a fail, but it's such a beautiful color. You see that side profile of the lashes too? They're just so curly and floaty. I'm obsessed. By the way, Roller Lash Mascara is like one of the only mascaras that curls my lashes as well. Like, you know, the lashes are curly, but like my actual lashes too. My actual lashes curl with that, and it's amazing. Like no other curling mascaras ever look good on me, and I feel like usually they lack volume or they lack length or something. The Benefit one just has it all. And like my skin, it's so soft and smooth. Like honestly, these are the products I was thinking before, you know, these are the products I use when I want to look good. A lot of these products are products that I travel with every single time, you know, like they are just staples in my collection. They are the products that if, you know, I lost every single item of makeup, these are the things I would repurchase straight away. And these are the products that, you know, if I didn't do YouTube as a job and I just had like a small makeup collection, like they would be them, you know? So yeah, I really hope this video helped you guys out. I hope you enjoyed the look I created too, even though it's like boring. I just wanted to show you like how they worked, like how each product worked, rather than just like this one and this one like I normally do. I was like, let's put them on so you can see how they apply. It's a boring makeup look, but it's still a pretty makeup look and perfect everyday makeup. Or you could glam it up a bit if you wore like more dramatic lashes or black eyeliner or something. But you know what I'm saying? Like, I hope it was helpful. Let me know down below if you like this format and if you think I should continue to do videos like this throughout the year of my like monthly favorites or something. I don't do them every month because I don't have new favorites every month, but I do need to do them at least like, you know, 2 or 3 times a year. Thank you for an amazing year. I do want to ask you one more thing. What is your New Year's resolution? My New Year's resolution is to pick up 5 items a day. My house is so messy. Like, honestly, we've got so much shit. It's not what I choose to do with my life, but like, you know, I just get sent so much stuff. We have so many clothes and everything always just gets out of place. I feel very overwhelmed very easily. It's just like my personality. I get very overwhelmed and I just shut down. So a lot of the time, like, I just let stuff build up. It's not dirty, but it's just messy, you know? I let my desk get messy. I let my clothing get messy. So my goal for 2020 is to try and do 5 things a day, pick up 5 items of clothing off the floor, or put away 5 items of, you know, makeup, or declutter 5 items of, you know, skincare out of my bathroom that we don't use anymore. Like, just 5 things a day just to tidy up and organize a little bit. And I feel like if I can do that every single day, you know, everything's going to be a lot more manageable. And it's just to help motivate myself to be a little bit less overwhelmed with these things, because I just get very like it's like a bit anxious and stuff. It just takes over and I'm like, I don't know what to do. And then I have to wait for like one of my moments where I'm like real motivated, and sometimes those, you know, are far and few between. And my other New Year's resolution is to moisturize my body every day that I remember. Just straight after the shower, moisturize. I've been amazing at doing that ever since I got my Dermalogica Phyto oil, whatever it's called, body oil. I've mentioned it a couple of times in videos because like it's holy grail. Like, that would have been in this video if I was talking about skincare. But yeah, so moisturizing my body every day because I have the shittest skin. It's so dry and flaky and scaly and disgusting, and I really want to change that this year. Let me know down below what your lifestyle and beauty New Year's resolutions are, and I will talk to you guys in my next video. Bye!